So we're back with another video, and girl, this hair, I'm not gonna lie, it's the first time I've ever lifted hair, and I'm gonna show you after I do this introduction. Come on now. After I do this introduction, I'm gonna show y'all videos of me doing that, and I could have definitely did a better job on lifting it, but it was my first time, so don't come for me, sis. Okay, so here is the hair. This is actually in better condition than the hair on my head, because the hair on my head, I've abused it. It's still like, the hair is still legit, you know what I'm saying? But you know, when you've been wearing your hair out and she might need a little wash, this hair might, you know, I feel like this hair needs a little wash to get it back to this texture. You know what I'm saying? It might need a little life brought back into it. So I'm gonna go ahead and warn you now, if you're going to lift black hair or 1B hair, plan to spend more than one day on lifting it. It is a whole process. You cannot get it to lift in one sitting. This is not even lifted enough, because in my head I was like, okay, it's gonna be blonde. No. From the first lift to the second lift to dyeing it to making the wig, it took me like 3 or 4 days. So if I really wanted it to be like a blonder blonde, I would have to spend another day lifting it. So it is a lot of work, and I don't know why these lifting videos on YouTube don't give you the real tea. Them products are expensive. If you're looking for hair that is lighter and you don't want to go on site and then buy it already colored, there are those prices for a reason, because the work you're putting into it and the amount of money you're spending on hair products alone, you're gonna spend another $60 to $80 just on getting it to where it needs to be. So the hair products are not cheap. It's crazy to me because I went ahead and committed to the color. So I went first time around and I was like, oh, okay, the hair dye, okay, it's costing me about $30. Okay, now I have to get toner, and now I have to get the actual box dye color. I'm like, okay, oops, that's already 50 some odd dollars. I wasn't planning for it to ring up that much, but as I was going down a list of everything that I needed and I was getting it, I went to Sally's Beauty, by the way, and as I was getting everything, I was looking at the prices. I was like, this is gonna run me a lot more money than I was planning on. I'm just the type of person, I like to be warned. I like to be warned before I get into certain things. So if you do want a wig that is blonde, especially blonde, and the blonde hair sometimes will run you more, you really can't complain, because it's a lot of work to do it on your own. So you have to kind of like measure, you know, would you rather do it on your own, or and then spend almost probably the same amount of money in the difference versus getting just 1B hair or black hair or one hair. So if you're planning on for the summer getting blonde hair and you're on a budget, you're gonna have to keep all this in mind, because I feel like when it comes to hair, sometimes beggars can't be choosers. Because sometimes we look at hair and we're like, I ain't paying that much, but then you want extremely high quality hair, and then you wanted a color that costs a lot to get the color. Okay, so because they're not cutting processed hair off people's head, they're getting natural virgin hair and shaving off people's head. You're not gonna, they have to do work to this hair. These hair companies, their wholesalers have to do a lot of work to it. So I hope that explains it, because I know buying hair can get very frustrating. So I thought that maybe dyeing it would kind of balance out or save me money on the back end. But when you include the amount of time and energy you put into it plus the product that you're buying, me personally, I would rather just buy it already done. If the places that you are shopping on, they don't have the hair colors that you want, you might have to go ahead and just be creative and color it. Or if you can find somebody that doesn't mind coloring wigs or bundles, pay them to do it, because like this kind of stuff is just not a cheap gig. It's just not cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not cheap. However, this hair company, their hair is good and reasonably priced, okay? They're not like overpriced, like it's like regular hair prices. And for it to take all the lifting that it did, and because I actually need to do like another lift, for it to do all the lifting that it did, and for me being a first timer, the hair didn't just like give up on me and just be like, ooh girl, what are you doing? It held up extremely well. Now, one thing I do have to say is that for me not moisturizing it, I didn't realize, I know I'm new to it. I know I'm new, you ain't gotta read me. But you have to moisturize your hair when you lift it a whole lot, because the bleaching takes a lot of the conditioning out of it. So for me, not to have conditioned it before I made the wig, this hair is real, it speaks volumes. That speaks volumes, because this hair should have been dry and crackly. Really dry and crackly, and then it didn't do that. It kept some type of sheen and luster. And then also, blonde really doesn't, it's not that vibrant, so it can go to crusty looking very easily. So when you're doing blonde or any type of shade of blonde, ash blonde, honey blonde, whatever, you want to make sure that you are continuously putting moisture back into your bundles. Now that all that has been said, I'm gonna go to the video. So, quick disclaimer, I am not a beautician. I have no idea. I just went by a YouTube video, just like y'all are on this video going by this. So this is going to be a major trigger warning for those if you're watching and you actually know how to do this properly, because I did mess up. And so this is just basically a tutorial on what not to do. And then I'll point out things I did right, and I'll point out the things I did wrong, because I really, I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to do it the right way, because this video is, I couldn't even finish it properly because like I'm at the very end, I noticed that I did a couple of things wrong. But I'm going to tell you what I did wrong so you won't have to do it, and we can all learn from my mistakes. So what I did was, of course, you're going to need a big pan for the bleach, because you're going to need a lot. You're going to need a whole lot. I have a window open. The area that you're doing it needs to be well ventilated. Very well ventilated. Plus, I have a floor fan behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have a fan behind me too. So the house didn't like get all fumey. So what I did do right was I had clean hair, and I went ahead and laid it out flat and covered the surfaces, and then I flipped it over and then did it again. So if I was gonna do it again after I flipped it over, I would have ran my fingers through it. I would have massaged the product all through the hair to make sure I didn't miss any pieces at all. So I thought this would be, me doing the front and the back would be good enough, but it wasn't. So it just made it more work for me. So after I did that, I would have went ahead and you know, just massaged it into the actual grains of the hair to make sure that every single piece was completely covered. Oh my goodness. And then also, you're gonna need a really big surface, and your surface needs to be able to take bleach, because this is super duper messy. This is a super messy gig. So you're gonna get bleach everywhere. You're gonna get it all over your table. You're gonna get it on your clothes. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. You're definitely gonna need protective gloves, because getting bleach on your skin is not the bee's knees. Okay, you don't want to Black China the situation and bleach your skin. So what I'm doing is continue the process on the bundles. Now these bundles, honestly, when you're doing your bundles, you need a bucket. So what I should have done was put the developer directly into the bucket, and I should have just dipped the whole bundle in it, because you can see I'm not covering all of the hair. The part you can see, like, this video was shot so poorly, sorry girl, but I should have dumped the whole bundle in it and massaged it in. You see how there's like so many like blank spots in the bundle? I'm doing the right thing, using my hands and massaging it through, and you know, trying to get all the spots. I keep going back and forth and back and forth, but I'm giving myself extra work when I could have just went and took that blue powder bucket that I had in the beginning and just dumped the developer directly into there and mixed it all up, because I wanted using the whole pack anyway. So, and you see I have like 3 bundles in the closure, so it's a lot of bleach. It's just a ridiculous amount of bleach. So if you have a closure, if I have a closure in 3 bundles and I need 2 buckets, because honestly, to do all the lifting, I probably needed like 4 of them, 4 of those buckets. So yeah, you're gonna need a ridiculous amount of bleach, and that's when it starts to get a little pricey, because you have to use so much product to get it to a very pure shade of blonde. Because as you can see in my introductory video, I'm not blonde, I'm more of like a honey blonde, and that wasn't my initial goal. But you know, the hair isn't bad. You know, I'll probably go back later and lift it one more time, and then more than likely it'll be the blonde that I wanted, because it's already been lifted. So anyway, yeah, dipping it into the bucket and then smoothing your hands all the way around, it's just way easier, and girl, like, and then also me balling it like keeping it in the bundle like a round little circle. You see how it's like all the weft, it's like all tucked into one another. Yeah, it's nice and neat, but I should have loosened it up a little bit so I can get more hair. So this is from the first lifting, and you can see it's coppery. So I took this Shimmer Lights bleach, and I went ahead and did it, and you can see like it's not blonde, and it gets a little coppery real easily. So I took the purple shampoo, washed it after the first lifting. This is the next day, and I'm doing the second bleaching, and I'm really hoping that it comes out correct, but obviously, as you can see, it didn't come out to the picture in my head. So I'm doing the exact same thing that I did in the video before. I'm gonna cut it down. I'm gonna cut this video down because I don't want you to follow it. I just want you to learn from it. I want you to learn from my mistake. So as you can see, I'm just repeating the exact same process I did in day 1, and you know what, I really got impatient. That's another thing that's a big mistake. When you are coloring hair, you cannot get impatient with your hair. The hair can only do what it does. You can't make it do what you want it to do. It can only do what it does. And giving it a chemical treatment, it's gonna process it in the way it can only, I mean, like, you're creating a chemical reaction on a material, you know, so you can't force it. And I'm really talking to myself in this video, so because most of y'all know better, but for those who have never done this before, this is something I was good until I stopped lifting it. I should have took an extra day. And I should have been more thorough when spreading the products. So yeah, I'm doing good by, like, you know, making sure the hair is like all spread out and combing it and stuff, but I definitely should have took an extra day. I cannot emphasize that enough. I should have went ahead and let it have another go at it. But I feel like the next time I do it, which I will do it again, I keep sniffling. I'm still trying to get over this my allergies, but and then I should have took the product all the way up, especially on the bundles, because when I made the wig, the ombre was choppy. So I should have took the product all the way to the weft on the bundles. The closure, I should have took it higher. The bleaching, I should have took it higher. What I did do right was start at the bottom. I did start at the bottom, which is, you know, a good thing, because, you know, your ends go faster, take to the bleach faster than the root of the hair, like where the weft is. So I should have took it all the way up and massaged it into when it got to the weft part. I should have paid more attention to that part and been more thorough in spreading that in there. But like I said in the intro, this hair really was like, girl, we'll give you another shot. We'll give you another shot. You're not doing this right, but we'll give you another shot. We're not gonna like fall out on you now, because there are some hair companies that, you know, you can do a perfect job in coloring it, but the hair is just not, it just can't be processed. Like the hair is just not here for it. But thank God this was high quality hair and I'm able to take another shot at it. So yeah, I'm just redoing it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut to me trying to add on this toner, because this is the exact same thing I did earlier. Okay, warning, major triggers on this one. So this is where I completely messed up on the process. So I got the right toners, okay? And I got like an ash blonde and a bright blonde or whatever like that. And then I messed up on my portions because I used a medicine cup thinking I was being innovative, okay? And I got the wrong portions. I could have been, you know, halfway smart, like I had one cell in my brain and just poured it directly into the bottle and got the right, because like look girl, that toner is supposed to look milky and it just it's like a concentrated, oh my gosh, I'm cringing right now because now that I know what I did wrong, I'm looking at it and I'm like, girl, you really didn't do what you're supposed to do. But I wanted to show you anyway, because I can't be the only one messing up. Okay, so you can learn from my mistake, and I will do another video and I will actually do it properly, because I see everything I did incorrect. And then plus I got an actual professional measuring cup for the products that I use. So yeah, I'm gonna cut out the video now because this is where I stopped filming, because I realized I messed up. So shout out to TINASHE hair, girl. Like, at least your stuff is like, girl, if this hair wasn't as bomb as it is, this would be, this video would be so different. This video would be so different. It would be a complete tragedy. A complete and utter tragedy. So, thank you, girl. High quality hair be saving the day, I'm telling you, girl. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all thank y'all for watching, and bye. I'll see you on the next one. Bye. Bye.